my strength, it comes from the Lord. I lift my eyes up, and where does my help come from? Comes from the Lord, creator of heaven and maker of earth. He is the fortress of salvation for his children as they cry. You are the Lord, and you are the strength of my life. I am strong in
The parish of Padre Pio in the Philippines was solemnly erected on June 28, 2003 by the former Archbishop of Lipa, Most Reverend Gaudencio P. Rosales, D.D. The growing number of Catholic faithful in the locality of Santo Tomas and their ardent devotion to Christ, inspired by the life of Padre Pio and the miracles attributed through his intercessions, made it possible for the 10 barrios of Santo Tomas to be erected under the canonical patronage of Saint Pio of Pietrelcina, Reverend Father Dali Anthony Q. Barito Co., a devotee and promoter of the devotion to Padre Pio, was subsequently appointed as the founder parish priest. On the other hand, the countless miracles attributed to Padre Pio led to a clamor for a formal novena to Padre Pio. Thus, this has been written so as to share the wonder of God's love through Padre Pio. Saint Padre Pio, or Francisco Fergion, was born on May 25, 1887 in Pietrelcina, Italy. Even as a child, Francisco had already shown signs of extraordinary gifts of grace. At the age of 5, he dedicated his life to God. From his early childhood, he showed a kind of recollection of spirit and a love for the religious life. His mother described him as a quiet child who, from his earliest years, loved to go to church and to pray. He was said to have been able to see and communicate not only with his guardian angel, but also with Jesus and the Virgin Mary. He was admitted to the Capuchin novitiate at age 16 and was admired by his superiors and his fellow students for his exemplary behavior and his piety. On August 10, 1910, at the age of 23, Padre Pio was ordained to the priesthood. His parishioners were deeply impressed by his piety, and one by one they began to come to him, taking his counsel. For many, even a few moments in his presence proved to be a life-changing experience. Father Eusebio Note, Padre Pio's assistant for many years, described him as a man who had become prayer. He prayed the rosary almost continually. He had a special mission to the souls in purgatory and encouraged everyone to pray for them. He used to say, "We must empty purgatory with our prayers." So someone who asked him what legacy he wished to leave to his spiritual children, Padre Pio's brief reply was, "My child, the rosary." Throughout his entire life, He suffered from poor health, but this did not in any way discourage him. He offered all of his bodily sufferings to God as a sacrifice to help save souls. He experienced many spiritual sufferings as well. The National Shrine of Saint Padre Pio is one of the top destinations in Batangas for every tourist who seeks spiritual advice and comfort, making it an ideal destination. The church, famous for its architectural design, became every traveler's checklist when in Batangas. It is often filled with people who attend mass gatherings scheduled every day. Among its written history, it was declared as a national shrine in September 2015, marking this event in being the first in Batangas as well as the Calabarzon region. Padre Pio's already large following grew even larger after his canonization as a saint in June 2002, particularly in the Philippines. Aside from spiritual advice, miracles and healing are among the things that devotees pray from him. As we go forward to the old church, we noticed different statues of different saints.
Where does my help come from? It comes from the Lord, creator of heaven and maker of earth. He is the fortress of salvation for his children as they cry. You are the Lord, and you are the strength of my life. Held out your hand and your healing power, causing my eyes to see. You poured out your word in the darkest hour, teaching my heart to see that I am strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. I confess that my strength, it comes from him alone. On my own I am weak and I cannot see the fight, but my strength, it comes from the Lord. I lift my eyes up, and where does my help come from? It comes from the Lord, creator of heaven and maker of earth. He is a fortress of salvation for his children as they cry. You are the Lord, and you are the strength of my life. You are the Lord, and you are the strength of my life.
Inside the main church, Jubilee of Mercy, it is noted for housing the massive replica of the Glorious Cross developed from the design utilized for the Archdiocese of Lipa during the Jubilee year 2000. Aside from the stories behind the miraculous saint, Padre Pio's shrine in Batangas is also popular because of its architectural structure. It is composed of different areas with a consistent design of driftwood, bamboo, indigenous materials, sawali, stones, and nipa leaves.
I am strong in the Lord and in the power
Reverend Father Jojo Gonda was the influence of the church design, from the Zalakot-shaped roof to the gazebo-style architecture. A no-door style was created to show that the church is open for everyone who wants to enter.
Comes from the Lord. I lift my eyes up, and where does my help come from? Comes from the Lord, creator of heaven and maker of earth. He is the fortress of salvation for his children as they cry. You are
The large scope of Hector, where it's situated, offers peace of mind in greenery scenes with fresh air. It is also quiet, open, and perfect for anyone who is in search of spiritual guidance.